Our next topic is related to bonded labor. This is related to GS paper 2, government policies and interventions and Indian constitution, and this has appeared in today's The Hindu, page number 4. So this particular article is talking about the different instances of bonded labor that is actually visible in some of the industries like brick kiln industry. So as per National Commission on Labor, bonded labor is the labor which is performed to repay a debt where the worker remains in bondage for fixed or indefinite period. And this is the case that is generally visible in brick kiln, that these people actually migrate, and these are from the very humble background, from a very poor background, and whenever they come in any of the brick kiln industry, they are stuck at that place. They are not allowed to go from that place. Also they are generally given minimum wages, with the help of which they can just fulfill their basic bare minimum needs. The nature of work in the bonded labor is often without wages or very low payment is given to them. The main issue with the bonded labor is the debt based coercion, that a person is compelled to work. Why? Because that person is coming from a very poor background, or that person is in debt, and because of which that person is compelled to go through that bondage labor. Also that further leads to loss of freedom and exploitation, that that person is not able to do his work because of his will, rather he is doing the work because of the compulsion. And if you see the provisions in the constitution that are related to the bonded labor, article 21, which provides right to life and personal liberty, that ensures life with dignity. But the people who are in the bonded labor, in a way their article 21 or their right to life and dignity and right to life and personal liberty is being violated. Article 23, which talks about prohibition of trafficking and forced labor. So this is a article that is going for a direct constitutional ban on the bonded labor. Article 24, that provides for prohibition of child labor in hazardous jobs, that also protects the children from the exploited labor or some form of the bonded labor. Article 42, under the directive principle of states policy provided under part 4 of the constitution. Under this, the objective is humane working conditions that should be provided to the employees. That helps in preventing the exploitative labor practices. For example, under the labor codes also there is a code for the occupational safety. Article 43, that talks about living wage and the decent life, that helps in addressing the economic roots of the bonded labor. That person should get that much of wage or the salary with the help of which they can sustain their life properly. Article 46, that provides for protection of SCs, STs and weaker section, that mainly targets the groups which are most vulnerable to the bondage, because this is the section of the society which is generally poor, having low income, and that is the reason they are more prone for this bonded labor. Then Bonded Labor System Abolition Act, that came in 1976, that provides for the abolition of bonded labor, that helps in freeing the laborers, and they also provides for various provisions for penalizing the offenders. The core anti-bonded labor law in India. Child and Adolescent Labor Act of 1986, which was also amended in 2016, that bans work for children under age of 14, and this also restricts the hazardous work for 14 to 18 years. Juvenile Justice Act of 2015, that provides for care, protection and rehabilitation of children, and that provides for support to the children which are rescued. Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita BNS, and it also provides for penal provision against the unlawful and compulsory labor. If you talk about the international instruments, for example, we have the UN Convention on Rights of Child, that came in 1989, that provides for protection from economic exploitation, and India has also ratified that. ILO Convention of 182, that came in 1999, that talks about the elimination of worst forms of child labor. India has also ratified that.